Bryan Battle and Randy Brown are two of the most talented rising stars gunning to break into the elite ranks of the UFC welterweight division. At UFC 310, only one will take that crucial step forward. Who's it going to be? Let's revisit their finest octagon moments to get a clearer picture. Bryan Battle burst onto the scene with The Ultimate Fighter, where despite originally being the last pick, he silenced doubters with each performance, keeping his best one for the middleweight grand finale.
To be the Ultimate Fighter, that's something that, I'll be able to carry with me to my grave.
In his do-or-die battle against Gilbert Urbina, Bryan survived a gritty back-and-forth brawl before securing a takedown against the cage and winning tough with a solid rear naked choke. That fight gave us the first glimpse of Battle's grit, his grappling, his ability to step into the fire, embrace adversity, and showcase his well-rounded skill set when it mattered most. Do you guys know what else matters most? Your love and support, so subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Anyway, a win later, Battle moved down to welterweight, making an instant impact against Takashi Sato, who first tasted those nasty front kicks and then got sent to the Shadow Realm with a head kick from the pits of hell.
Did you know you were going to get a head kick in that one, or is it just something that just showed up for you?
Listen, nothing ever just shows up, you know what I'm saying? We don't do lucky stuff where I'm from, you know what I mean? Everything's planned and prepared for, Now, did I know that it was going to come at that moment? No, but, me and my coaches knew that it would be there. We trained for it, we drilled it a lot, and, it had emphatic results.
Though the fight was brief, Battle's mastery of range was evident as his front kicks kept Sato guessing, so much so that he didn't know what hit him. In 2023 against Gabriel Green, Battle revealed a new side to his game, the ability to stand and trade. As Green charged in with wild swings, desperate for an early finish, Battle remained composed, unleashing precise counters that sent Green into a deep sleep, perhaps the rest he unknowingly craved.
And I'm just going to keep on getting better and keep on improving, and the wins are just going to keep on rolling in. So it's not really, I'm more concerned about my performance and less about, the outcome. Because if I perform to the highest level, then the win will just be something that's, almost guaranteed,
Battle is a jack of all trades, but master of none, yet his well-rounded skill set is solid enough to get him to the top. There's a reason why he has racked up an impressive 5 wins in 7 UFC fights, and is now cutting WWE-styled promos by flipping off hostile MMA fans.
It's one of those things, I knew people were gonna, be booing me, but it's still, when you're in an arena full of people booing you and flipping you off, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the kind of guy that's like, hey, I'll fight every single one of y'all motherfuckers. Like, line them up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want some of this? Come get some of this. So, Kevin was just like the conduit for me, kind of giving the middle finger to all the fans out there today.
But rude boy Randy Brown is both a seasoned veteran of the octagon and a rising contender in his own right, and he's ready to rock and roll in the cage. Brown has been in the UFC for nearly a decade. He has fought 18 times with 13 wins and 5 losses against some of the toughest dudes in the welterweight division. Like Battle, he's not a master at one art. Rather, he does everything really well, and that has helped him produce a ton of shining moments. Brown's grappling and submission game are particularly impressive, and he put them on display in his first big win in the UFC, that came against the hard-hitting Wally Alves, who was choked out in the second round of an intense battle. Less than 2 years later, Brown added another Brazilian to his list of vanquished foes thanks to his solid grappling ability, which overpowered Alex Oliveira in 2019. Brown faced early trouble when Oliveira's punishing leg kicks seemed to compromise him. However, it didn't take long for Rude Boy to fire back with a thunderous right hand that staggered the Brazilian. Brown then took Oliveira's back and secured a rear naked choke to force a quick tap.
His range was interesting. Studying his fights, you notice he bounces around a lot and he tries to stay long. With him, I guess because I'm taller, he pressed me and he was able to crowd me instantly. He was in my punch range really fast, so that threw me off guard a little bit. But then I was able to just readjust and hit the big shots.
5 years later, Brown secured his biggest career win against Muslim Salikov, who remained on the receiving end of a thunderous right hand that landed flush on Salikov's jaw, dropping him to the canvas in dramatic fashion and finishing him on the follow-up.
I was prepared for a scrap, but I knew that if I came in and I was healthy and I was able to get off exactly the things that I trained for, I knew I was going to get the finish.
If Brown can drop a former Sander World Champion like that, it's clear that he's a serious threat on the feet with power to spare. His 7 knockout wins are all the proof anyone needs of his striking prowess. But will his striking prowess be enough to take out Battle? Bryan Battle's striking is built around volume and pressure, and he'll apply it from all angles, mixing in punches, elbows, knees, and leg kicks to wear his opponent down.
I've pushed my ways in ways that I've never had to push myself before, but as a result of that, I'm on a different level. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go put on a show and go, just keep on progressing up the ladder. You know what I'm saying?
Brown's ability to defend against leg kicks has been one of his weaknesses, and Battle will target that area early to slow Brown's movement and reduce his mobility. While Randy Brown is a skilled striker with slick footwork and knockout power, he's shown vulnerability when pressured, as seen in his fights with Jack Della Maddalena, where Brown struggled to deal with the constant pressure and was broken down, and it eventually led to a second round stoppage.
He's gonna bring it, man. He's not gonna run.
Yeah.
That's one thing he ain't gonna do.
Ain't no punk. He's definitely going to come and he's going to fight. And those are the guys that I like because they bring the best out of me.
Brown also tends to struggle in competitive fights, often not dominating opponents he should, such as when he came from behind to submit Alex Oliveira, an opponent he should have ran through. Given how Brown is more comfortable fighting at a steady pace, Battle's crazy pace and well-rounded game will not give Brown the breathing room he needs to showcase his striking.
If I could stay and just pick you apart and I'm that much better than you, I'm just going to do that. But you get in my face and you force me to fight, then we'll see what happens.
Battle's pressure will include chopping at Brown's legs with both inside and outside kicks, crowding him with strikes, and never allowing Brown to settle. Battle's work in the clinch will further wear down Brown, mixing in knees and elbows, keeping him at close range where Brown's counter-striking game is less effective. The Butcher has proven that his conditioning and ability to apply pressure in the later rounds are his greatest assets, and Brown has not shown the best fight IQ or defense when under intense pressure. Brown's best chance of winning this fight hinges on making Battle fight at his pace, slowing down the pressure and turning it into a technical chess match, and that seems like a tough ask.
He's most dangerous if I let him get comfortable and he's able to just get a rhythm and do his thing. He's a tremendous rhythm fighter, you know what I'm saying? If he gets going.
Right now, Bryan is a minus 210 favorite, and for solid measure. But will Brown be able to overcome the odds on fight night? Who will win and who will lose? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to watch my breakdown of all of Petr Yan's career losses in MMA.